Okay, my pack is still a little bit damp, especially up around the top. And actually the shoulder straps aren't so bad. It's just a little wet. So I'm packing up my things and it looks like it's not raining outside. Woo-hoo. So hopefully it'll be a dry day. Okay, it is the morning of day 2 and it is not raining. It's a little foggy out and it's cool. I think it's 53 degrees, but it's actually perfect temperature for walking. So I am going to see if I can find an open bar to have some coffee. I think there might be one down here. Let's take a look at that. So I'm coming down on the beach. This is my first little walk on the beach. Yesterday it was raining way too much to walk on the sand or to even enjoy it. It is very foggy out. Let's get some of that ocean in the background. But I'm just gonna walk down a little and take a look. I am hoping to find a piece of sea glass on this trip. That is my goal, one of my goals of this trip. So I am feeling much more excited this morning than I was yesterday, which it wasn't to say that I wasn't excited. I was so happy to be back. But I think being so tired and then walking, I probably only walked 3 hours in the afternoon, but it was all in the rain. In the last hour of the walk, I was just so wet, like dripping wet. My feet were really tired. But I think it's also because I've been going nonstop since the day before. And so I kind of went to bed last night just worried about all of my clothes still being wet, my shoes being wet the next day, my pack being wet, just feeling like, I don't know, just a little tired. There hadn't been any arrows really on my walk yesterday. I had seen a few around the cathedral in Porto. But then walking right along the coast, there weren't any, which I had heard about. But still, I think not seeing any arrows, not seeing other pilgrims. Anyway, I was just sort of feeling like, oh, maybe this is a lot this whole trip. But I woke up this morning and my things were mostly dry. I had taken the insoles out of my shoes and that helped them dry out. So even though the tops of my shoes are still a little wet, it's not so bad. Most of my clothes did dry. My pack is mostly dry. And so I just feel a lot more energized today. And I'm like down at the beach, which is my favorite thing. There are yellow arrows leading the way. I stopped at just a little cafe bar in Matosinhos. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it right. That's where I stayed last night. And I had a coffee, a café con leite, and a pastel de nata, which is one of Portugal's custard tarts, which is so good. I think I want to have one every morning. And otherwise now I'm walking. So I have a really big day planned. I think 34 kilometers, which, oh, it's going to be a lot. And already this is a slow morning. I am taking my time. I'm just like hanging out at the beach right now talking, which is okay. But yeah, it's a long day planned, but I am just hoping, my feet feel good right now. And I feel pretty good. I feel rested. I think I slept pretty well last night and the path is flat. So I have a reservation tonight. I'm just gonna, I think, stop a lot, take breaks and try to enjoy the walk. So new piece of gear on this trip is a waist pack, or a fanny pack, as we say in the States. I decided to buy one. It's actually, right now I'm finding it a little bit larger than maybe I needed, but my pack doesn't have any hip belts, or hip pockets. I mean, it does have a hip belt, no hip pockets, and I've always found that my pockets of my pants can get really weighed down with things I want to have accessible as I walk. So I decided to buy this waist pack, and so far I don't have a ton in it. I have my credential, which is nice because before my credential was always tucked away in my pack and I could never really get it out to get stamps. So I have that accessible. I've got some sunscreen in there, my selfie stick, which is also a new addition to my pack this year. But anyway, so far I like walking with it. This has been a really nice morning of walking and into early afternoon. I have been right along the coast and right along the ocean for so much of the time. And oh, it's just been great. I've been walking. I stopped for a break just to kind of take my shoes off and have a snack. I walked for a while more. I saw this amazing little chapel right up on the coastline, and I just stopped and had a huge lunch. So I was sitting outside again with this beautiful view of the ocean, and I ordered grilled octopus, and it came on this huge platter with potatoes and vegetables. It was so big that I asked for the rest of it to go, which is the first time I've ever done that. So it is in my pack, in a to-go box. I kind of wrapped it up so hopefully it doesn't leak. Then I'll have a wet pack and an oily pack. I think it'll be okay, but planning to have the rest for dinner tonight. So I have about 16 more kilometers to walk. So I'm like halfway through my day, but oh, it's a beautiful day and I'm feeling really good. Well, I've been 46 kilometers. Paris. My guest house is just ahead, and this is a super quiet area. I don't know if there's anything around. I mean, the beach isn't far, but I will have to go back out and explore. Let's see if we can get inside. Here is my little room. It's a 2-person room, and I do think I have to share it with someone, which is fine. Would have been nice if I had it all to myself, but it is very nice. No bunk beds, which is also nice. And there's a little sink and a mirror. Here is a quick view of the guest house where I'm staying. It's really clean and nice. There's a little sitting area. There's some tables and chairs. And back here is the kitchen, which has everything you need. There's a toaster, a fridge, sink. There is hot plates and a coffee machine there in the corner. Perfect.